Glasses? My glasses sure have a lot of glare.
It's a lot of glare in there, yeah.
I know.
See, my glasses don't have glare.
Dork.
Okay, so what we've watched recently, Ant-Man, we watched earlier this week, and now I just made her watch Ant-Man and the Wasp. I had seen neither. So I had seen neither of these movies because I thought, with the bad wig, I thought she was that other actress, and I can't remember her name now. It doesn't matter, you wouldn't know her name. But I was so put off. I'm like, oh, I hate that idea. And then, no, it's Evangeline Lilly, and when I discovered it was Evangeline Lilly, I'm like, I have to see those then. Because she is amazing. She's Canadian, and she's awesome. And she's believable as a superhero. She's fantastic. I really enjoyed these. Did you?
For superhero movies, they weren't bad.
They're Marvel movies.
Yeah, superhero movies.
They're fun. And I will say, I'm very grateful to these movies because I had become sick of Paul Rudd. Too many Judd Apatow movies, and I had become tired of Paul Rudd. Now, his character in 40-Year-Old Virgin is one of the greatest characters in the history of movies. However, he kind of just portrays variants of that character throughout every other Judd Apatow movie. So this showed that he can actually be in a comedic movie, yes, but also action as an action hero, and it works. And this movie worked as well. And I wanted to review them both together. I wanted to wait until we'd watched both because they work really well together.
Yeah.
So if you haven't watched, there will be spoilers, but I recommend both. Do you recommend both?
If you like superhero movies.
Which one did you like better, the first one or the second one?
I don't know.
He's special.
He's being a spaz
He's
today.
special.
Shadow's
jumping up the wall. He's doing parkour.
Yeah, kitty parkour. And now he's meowing.
And now he's crying in the bathroom.
I'm lost. Where am I? It's dark.
He's not bright, I swear.
Come save
there were
me.
no drugs in the home when he was growing up. I have no idea.
Paint chips.
Why? So these are really good movies in that they take the whole superhero genre and they have some fun with it at a time when Marvel is really taking itself very, very seriously. Avengers, the latest Avengers was kind of a cluster. I have all 3 Avengers movies now. I'm going to make her watch the first 2. And
I
then
really have no desire to watch them.
And then I'll get her to watch the 3rd one after that. Now, of course, Ant-Man we
There'll
had
have
seen.
To be bribery involved to get me to watch those. I really have no desire.
Ant-Man
we had seen.
Captain
America kind of killed it.
That's what I was gonna say. We saw Ant-Man in Captain America.
It was
Civil
horrible.
War. No, it wasn't horrible.
It was awful.
It's a lot of characters, but it wasn't horrible.
The movie wouldn't end.
Okay.
It was awful.
No, it wasn't awful.
It was.
I have to say too that we're at a stage now where I think Hollywood's running out of actors to put in Marvel movies. I think everybody's been in them.
So many of them.
I think everybody's been in Marvel movies. Wait till we watch Iron Man 3. You'll really like Iron Man 3. It's a good one. It is. It's a good one. I promise.
Did I watch the second one?
Nobody watched the second one.
I know I watched the first Iron Man.
The first Iron Man's excellent. The third Iron Man's excellent.
I watched another Iron Man.
The second Iron Man is just... Ugh.
I don't remember. They're all
the third Iron Man, there's a ton of suits. And they start the movie...
Oh, isn't he like an Iron Man mech or something?
In that movie, his house gets destroyed. Iron Man 3, his house gets completely destroyed.
Okay, but is there an Iron Man mech? You know, like the big...
The Hulkbuster?
Is it like a huge Iron Man?
The Hulkbuster suit.
I don't know. Huge Iron Man. Is there a huge Iron Man? I remember a huge Iron Man. That's all I remember about that movie.
In Ant-Man and the Wasp, at one point, Scott is gigantic. Which was entertaining. And I really enjoyed it. And I was very glad that the character Ghost wasn't killed at the end because Hannah John Kamen she's a fantastic actress.
But did I call the ending or what?
You did. You did. And I
figured
didn't
it
think
out.
they were going to kill her off either. I thought, they're making her very sympathetic
sympathetic to
as
her,
a
yeah.
character, and I can't see them killing her off. I had some concern that Michelle Pfeiffer's character would get killed off, or Michael Douglas would sacrifice himself for her. But I should remember it's a Marvel movie. They just all turn to dust at the end. So at the end of the second movie, you have your mid-credit scene that shows them all turning to dust, except Scott, who's caught in the quantum universe. And that's going to be key to the next Avengers movie, Avengers 4, which comes out next spring.
Oh my gosh, they never end.
And it will start the next phase of the Marvel movies,
Next phase?
which will include Doctor Strange 2, the new Spider-Man.
How many Spider-Man movies are there?
They've had
Aren't they
one.
on like 8?
They've had one.
I know, I've
Marvel,
seen a bunch of Spider-Man
Marvel has
movies.
only made one Spider-Man movie.
But I have seen a lot of Spider-Man
those are not canon
movies.
anymore. Those are all gone. Those are kaput.
They're not, though, because I've seen a bunch
They're
of
kaput.
Spider-Man movies.
They're kaput. Those do not exist in this universe.
We've seen Spider-Man in the theater.
Yes, we saw the first Spider-Man movie.
No, but they've been having Spider-Man movies
No,
for a long time.
No, this is the first Spider-Man Homecoming was the first Spider-Man Marvel. That's why it's called Homecoming, because Marvel had the rights back to it.
But they just made a bunch of Spider-Man movies.
Fox made Spider-Man movies so they wouldn't lose it, and then they realized that they sucked at it, so they gave it back to Marvel.
But didn't they make a bunch of them?
Well, see, there was the first trilogy,
Yeah.
and
I
then
watched
after that
those.
trilogy,
I
which
didn't like
ended
the
with
third one.
Nobody liked the third one. Emo Spider-Man. What the hell? That's why Tobey Maguire is not the best Spider-Man, because emo Spider-Man is just crap. But then they had the Amazing Spider-Man, which was Andrew Garfield.
I don't think
Had
I ever
Emma
watched
Stone.
those, because I was like, seriously? More Spider-Man?
No, but that's a new origin story, is Amazing Spider-Man. And then they had the second Amazing Spider-Man, which had Jamie Foxx in it as the Lightning Dude.
Okay, so that's 5.
Electro. And then Fox lost the contract, so it went back to Marvel.
So
where it
we're
should
on
always
Spider-Man
been.
6.
Now, because Fox has been bought by Disney, now they're going to own the rights to all the X-Men, and they're going to own the rights to Deadpool, and they can reboot everything. Including Fantastic Four.
Dear Lord.
Which they need to reboot, because the last Fantastic Four was just crap.
Didn't they already reboot it?
Yes, because it was crap, though. So they're going to ignore that ever happened.
Why did they need to reboot it when they just made the movies?
Because they need to make movies over a certain period of time where you lose the rights. It's the same thing they used to have with horror movies. Every now and then a stupid Jason movie would prop up because they didn't want to lose the rights to make it. So it was, if you're not going to do anything with what you have with the rights, you lose the rights.
But then they end up making a ridiculous amount of stupid movies.
Yes. And now that
And
Marvel
then I
owns
get
it...
sick of them because, like, seriously, another one?
So, and they're making...
Ugh.
There's another Black Panther that they're going to have coming out.
Right, I knew that one.
And I know there's other ones too. Ant-Man, there's an Ant-Man 3 coming too. So, you shake your head, and yet we liked these movies. They were good movies.
I'm just tired of all the superhero movies.
This isn't a superhero movie. It's about Scott.
It is too. It's a superhero movie.
He shrinks and then he gets really big.
He's a superhero.
Not really.
Yeah, really.
He doesn't have superpowers.
Yeah, he does.
He doesn't. He has a
'Cause he
suit
goes
with
tiny
superpowers.
And he makes so. Okay, then Batman's not a superhero either.
He's
then,
not a
right?
superhero, and thank you for walking into that. That is an argument people have had for decades. Whether or
Are
not
you
Bruce Wayne...
impressed that I know that about Batman?
No.
I'm just pointing that out right now.
Because Bruce Wayne,
that I
for
know
ages,
that about Batman.
people have said, Bruce Wayne's not a superhero, he's just very rich and he has a bunch of toys.
Well, what about Iron Man then?
No, Iron Man's a superhero, because he's got that glowy thing in his chest. To keep his heart from... That gives him his power. It doesn't, but I'm just making that up. It looks cool. His chest glows. Even in the most recent Avengers movie,
So good thing it's his heart, not
his
like
chest,
his arm or
his chest
something.
glows in the new Avengers movie, but he doesn't
It's like
need it to
Care
do.
Bears.
He doesn't need it to do that
You
anymore.
do the Care Bear share.
No, Tony doesn't need to do that anymore. But he's so attached to that he still has
It's like a
that same apparatus on his chest. He doesn't need it, though.
It's like a nightlight.
Because it
gives him comfort.
Now, I think what I like with Ant-Man is just how simple it is. So we're talking about all the overarching storylines of Marvel. This avoids all of them. This doesn't get into the overarching storylines.
It's obnoxious when they do that.
In this one, this is after the Captain America Civil War, and it gets into how he cut a deal to get house arrest, and then he has 3 years probation after 2 years of house arrest, to explain, well, why he's not in a lot of other things. For instance, why he's not in the new Avengers. And then, of course, you find out at the end of this movie, this takes place in the exact same time frame as the new Avengers movie. It's just because this is in a smaller space in that universe, they're not aware of what's going on. And a lot of the world wouldn't be aware of what was going on with Thanos. Makes perfect sense, and it's kind of fantastic. So I'm really kind of excited to see what role Scott's going to play in the next Avengers movie. That should be a lot of fun.
Super duper.
But that's why I have to get you caught up, because the next Avengers movie, Scott's going to play a major role in it. Because, again, at the end of this movie, he is stuck in the quantum universe, which Michael Douglas in a recent interview said will play a major role in the next Avengers movie. Actors are terrible at hiding their secrets. Characters that died in Avengers have been tweeting out pictures of themselves on the set of the new Avengers movie. And it's like, can you pretend that you're not still alive? Can you just not tell people that your character didn't die for real?
Could be a flashback.
Well, no, they have to go back in time. They have to go back in time and they have to fix it.
Okay, there you go.
That's the idea. But they would use the quantum. Remember, at the end when they're putting him in the quantum universe, they say something about like screwing him up through time. And that's the idea, is that he is the key for time travel. But who knows how long he's going to get stuck down there. And nobody knows he's down there either.
Right.
So I have no idea how that's going to work. Like, is Tony going to pull him out? Or maybe Captain Marvel will pull him out. There's a Captain Marvel movie coming out before Avengers. So in the spring you have Captain Marvel, then you have Avengers. Then in the fall you have the new Spider-Man movie. And then I think the new Black Panther's after that. And then the next Avengers would be Avengers 5, and I think it's set for 3 years after this one. Yes. As long as these movies are making $11 billion each, they will keep making them. And because I'm a giant nerd...
Do they make something else?
Because I'm a giant nerd, I will keep watching them. Well, they make DC movies, but nobody watches them because DC Universe sucks.
Superhero.
DC Universe, they have Aquaman coming out. Aquaman. Could they not make a Wonder Twins movie? Because they might as well. Now here's the idiot twins and their monkey. Might as well go ahead and do that. Throw in Gleek. Gleek is what you call it when you spit on somebody from a distance. That's a gleek. And that's the name of their monkey. You didn't know that, did you?
No.
Yeah, guys know that. That's a gleek. If you can spit on somebody from here and it's a nice stream from here over to the couch, it's a gleek.
That's gross.
Guys are gross.
Yeah, I know.
That's the way that works.
I am very well aware that guys are gross.
But I do like the idea of the quantum universe, and I do like the idea of keeping things simplistic. I'm interested to see where they go with it from here. I didn't like the villain in the second movie. I thought he was really weak. See, the first movie, the villain was your standard, I built this company up to be something since you were out, and I'm going to kill you because it's better than whatever you built, which is a standard comic book thing.
Yeah.
I turn my company over to you, you turn evil because that's just what happens. And then I have to defeat you because you've done evil things with the company. It's an old thing. This one is just sort of, I want that thing. I couldn't even figure out his reasoning at the end. No. I'm like, wait, now he wants the lab? Yeah. What? Why does he want what? Why? What? He knows the FBI are involved. Why? Bless your face. Sorry. He knows the FBI are involved. Why is he still, like, I didn't understand his motivation at the end. No. Anybody else would have said, you know what, screw this. I did like the truth serum, though. The truth serum was hilarious. And that one sidekick of his, they can do flashbacks of his as much as they want. In fact, I think you might enjoy the entire Marvel universe told by him through flashback. He could tell the whole universe to you via flashback.
It was like the Drunk History show.
Yes, and Drunk History is fantastic. I do need to do a video on my favorite reality shows. It's not reality, but like Hell's Kitchen and Survivor and Big Brother and those kinds of things. I need to do a video on those too, because definitely, that would be on the list. Drunk History.
Drunk History.
Yeah, especially the Thomas Edison episode.
That one's really fun.
That was absolutely the funniest thing I'd ever. I laughed so hard I was crying during that episode. Because drunk people telling history, especially when it's accurate, is fantastic. The nice thing is, I don't know if you noticed this, but this is our first 4K Ultra HD disc.
Why do we have a 4K?
Because now they pack the Blu-ray in with these. Oh. So now when I get a 4K Ultra TV and a 4K Ultra player, I got 4K Ultra discs. We've already agreed that I'm going to pay about $1,200.
No, hell no.
For a 4K HD TV to watch this beautiful stuff on. It will all upconvert, and it's going to be fantastic.
It's so ridiculous.
It's going to be fantastic.
2 channels that come in 4K.
But they're glorious.
Love Nature and what's the other one?
Who cares? They're glorious.
I know I've seen them.
They're glorious.
Stupid. So stupid.
It's not stupid.
Oh, it's super duper stupid.
Look, they're black. These are blue. These are black. See, that's badass because they're black, and these are all blue.
Oh, nice.
And that means I have to replace everything with 4K Ultra HD TV.
No, we'd go broke.
4K Ultra.
No.
Yes. All the Star Wars we have to get in 4K Ultra. Star Trek,
we
every
have
movie.
Like 3 copies of all the Star Wars.
So now we'll have 4. It's going to work.
No.
It's going to work. I'm a dude. I love technology. That's how it works with dudes.
No.
It's fantastic. I mean, I'm already a shill as it is. I mean, look, I've got Freddie and Jason t-shirt. I've got a Freddie t-shirt over here. I got a Jason shirt. You made me, because I'm a shill for that as well. So every time there's a new horror movie fabric, we have to get it.
Oh, no, there's a bunch we don't get.
What?
A bunch of them are ugly.
Oh, okay, well, if they're ugly. But see, we need Ant-Man fabric now. We need Marvel fabric. I think the problem is she hasn't seen enough Marvel movies.
No.
I think that's the problem.
And you have enough clothes.
Pardon me?
You heard me.
I don't think that's a thing. See, we're just going to get a bigger house.
Because I have shirts that I've made you that I think you've worn once.
Because I'm keeping them in mint condition. They'll go in the museum someday.
The museum?
Yes. Yes. There'll be a museum, and it'll be glorious.
No.
Did that song go into your head when I said glorious? There you go. There you go. A little Bobby Roode for everybody. See? See, it works. She didn't know wrestling 2 years ago. Now she does the Bobby Roode pose.
I didn't know wrestling
someday,
at all.
she's going to be like, you know what? I remember that Marvel movie, and she'll know what Marvel movie it's from.
I won't.
She'll know the characters.
You know
she'll
how
know the
I
whole thing.
remember movies.
You had forgotten Ant-Man was in Captain America.
Yeah, because that...
Even though he was the size of an airplane.
That movie was terrible,
He was the size of an airplane in that one scene where they were fighting at the airport. He was huge.
Oh, yeah. That was... I was not.
And he was fighting against Spider-Man?
I didn't like that movie at all. It wasn't Captain America. It was everybody. Everybody come be in our movie.
But rumor has it they're killing off Captain America in the next movie.
In the Captain America movie?
No, Avengers.
Oh.
So that'll be the end of Captain America.
And
they'll probably kill off Iron Man as well. Tony's probably walking away too.
Because he's been in a gajillion movies?
I would think Robert Downey Jr. is probably tired of putting on a red suit. No matter how much money they pay him to do it.
Because that's all he's known for now.
Basically, yes, which is good, because what he was known for in the early 90s wasn't exactly good stuff. It's probably better than being known for that behavior that he was known for in the early 90s. Now he's known as Tony Stark. It's a little bit of a better reputation.
All right.
But, yeah, these movies fit in really well with the universe, and if you want something light, something that's not as heavy as the other movies, something that's not as involved and doesn't have a ton of characters, this is it. You get Falcon in this one. He's in it for like 5-10 minutes at most. And in this one, you don't get any of the Avengers at all. They're mentioned in passing. It's funny when Scott refers to Captain America as Cap, because that's what everybody calls him, as Cap. But because he calls him that, of course, Hope thinks that's hilarious. If only Cap could see you now. And for anybody who ever had even the remotest crush on Evangeline Lilly, it's a good movie for you. What? There's nothing dirty in the movie. She just kicks ass, a whole hell of a lot of ass. She kicks ass all over the place. She's awesome.
Okay.
Even if it's all CGI and she didn't do her own stunts, it doesn't matter. She kicks ass. Uh-huh. When the helmet comes off, it's still her face under there.
Right.
So, that's kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I like you, because you can kick the crap out of people.
I could.
Just ninja kick somebody from right across the parking lot.
Yeah.
A little bit of ninja dust in there.
There you go.
Yeah, that'll work. So I would give this one. I don't know what rating I would give either of them, to be honest. To me it kind of feels like both of them are equal. I thought the villain was stronger in this one, but I thought the character development was stronger in this one. They're both fun. Which one would you prefer between the two?
No.
8 out of 10?
No.
See, I would go with a 9 out of 10. I just figured she'd go with an 8.
No.
But he's got a daughter. You have a soft spot for kids. So.
That doesn't instantly make a movie good, though.
Free Willy. Home Alone 3.
Yeah, see, you're proving my point here.
Cujo.
Oh,
Pet Cemetery.
Okay, stop now. You're being ridiculous. You're ridiculous.
Halloween.
What? Kids are in Halloween?
The one that he kills at the start of the movie. The one that was with his dad, they were going hunting.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was when you find out nobody's safe in this movie except a baby. See, no kids die in this one at all. None. There's a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun jokes in these. I don't know. Cinematic Universe Edition. What does that mean? Okie dokie. Cinematic Universe Edition. I have no idea. I didn't even notice that was on there. Instantly jumped to the movie. Deleted scenes. Quantum Perspective. Suit of Her Own, The Wasp. Scott Lang. I don't know. Cinematic Universe Edition. They're all in the Cinematic Universe. It's the Marvel Universe. That's what they call it. Anyways, I would think of the two. I think this is probably the stronger movie, but just barely. And if you like this one, you'll like the second one too. But I would probably rate them both probably the same. I'd give them 8.5. I'll go with 8.5 on both, and then I'm happy.
Probably like a 7.
Really? A 7. A 7.
Yeah. That's what I said.
He rides around on ants.
I know.
He names them Antony.
I know.
And they're actually kind of cute and disgusting at the same
time. They're not
cute. They can be.
They're not cute.
The one wearing his ankle bracelet in this was really awesome. That was amazing.
Funny,
that was amazing. The ants are really kind of awesome. And they're kind of cute.
They're not cute.
A little bit.
They're awesome, but they're definitely not cute.
A little bit.
Definitely not.
Kind of sort of.
Making it bigger doesn't make it cuter.
It does, though, because then it's like a dog.
Then you can see all the...
See, and my theory is this. You'd only have to blow up one ant to about the size of like a Rottweiler, and nobody would ever go in your house again. Your house is the most secure house on planet Earth. You just go out, you walk your ant once every couple of days. Nobody will ever go near your house again, because they'll wonder what else you're keeping in your house. You can even put up a sign out front, experiments taking place. You know, let yourself in. Nobody ever would. Ever. Ever. You have like little fake glowing eyes too all over the house. See, I've thought this through.
Clearly.
Be fantastic. I've always thought having a skunk would be fantastic too, because nobody would raid your house if there were skunks in it. So you get like 6 or 7 skunks. You descent them, and then you just let them run the house, and nobody would ever burglarize your house because they'd be overrun with skunks, and nobody wants to get overrun with skunks.
True enough.
I could put ADT out of business. I just need enough skunks to make it happen. Or raccoons. Bunch of raccoons.
Raccoon's gonna be big.
And a coyote.
Oh, Shannon.
So, I mean, they do security in this. They have their security company, and they got nothing on me. I have low-tech security. Just random weird animals running around your house. You won't have a problem. None. 0. A wasp's nest. You don't have to have wasps in it. Just a wasp's nest out in front of your place. And make the noise of the wasps.
Right by the door.
Yeah, make sure there's the noise of the wasps right by the front door. You won't have a problem. Not a problem. People won't screw with a wasp's nest. No. What? It's true.
You're such a dork.
This movie was great. And this movie was great. So thank you to people who recommended this to me. Who in the comment section said, no. Ant-Man's not stupid just because it looks like it might be because Paul Rudd's in it. And I had some bad experiences with Paul Rudd movies. I did. 40-something was terrible. Just awful. That was when I was like, you know what, Paul Rudd, screw you. You were always in good movies, and now your movies have gone to crap. Happened to you, Paul Rudd. You used to be cool. And then I just didn't believe in it anymore. He was every guy's man crush was Paul Rudd, and then just killed it.
All right.
40-something just killed it. It's not funny. Comedy movies should be funny, and these are. So it reaffirmed my faith in Paul Rudd. And my belief that Evangeline Lilly might be the coolest of the Avengers when she hits them in the next... She's dead. Wait. Yeah, they're going to have to bring her back in the next movie. Yeah. So. I thought one of them would live. I knew, okay, so people... I've read reviews of this takes place at the same time as Avengers, so I'm like, okay, so at the end, somebody's going to die. But I didn't think all of them would except Scott. That's kind of rude. Not very fun. Just because the idea is that at the end of the Avengers, half of the universe dies. So not just certain people, just half of the universe dies, and there's no telling who might or might not die. So at the end of the third Avengers, it's a bit of a downer.
Okay.
A little bit. Half the characters drop dead.
That sounds terrible.
Half of them just dead. So the next movie is they're trying to bring them back and undo what was done by a mighty glove.
A glove.
Yep.
The glove did it.
Yep. But you don't know because you don't watch Avengers.
They look terrible.
They're not terrible. They're just a little crowded. Oh, just a little bit crowded. Just a little.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, Thor's still alive. He's still in there. You like Thor.
Good for him.
You like Thor. You liked Fraggle Rock.
I don't remember liking it that much.
Thor Fraggle Rock, that's the one where he brings the fire demon guy that kills his homeland. His planet gets destroyed.
I remember who Thor is.
Yes. And then Loki, his brother.
All these movies kind of blend together.
Loki's his brother.
Yeah, I remember Loki.
Yeah, he died in the Avengers too, but I'm pretty sure he'll come back because he has to. They can't kill off Loki. Not really. Unless Tom Hiddleston said, yeah, I'm done playing Loki. But I can't see that either. Because he gets a lot of money and he only has to play Loki for like 10 minutes. And then he can walk out. That's it for the movie. Usually. So yeah. So would you recommend these?
I already said if you like superhero movies.
But to just a general person. Like, would your mother watch them?
No.
Would Keisha watch them?
No.
You wouldn't recommend them to them?
No.
We're two different people.
You want to recommend them to my mom? She'd be like,
I've had movies.
Are these boy movies?
I've had movies that people have told me they haven't watched when I've been working with them, and I will bring them from home and lend them to them and say, if you're going to continue to be my friend or my acquaintance at work, you need to have seen these movies before we can continue with our acquaintanceship. There's certain movies that are in that category. Dodgeball, Idiocracy, And some horror movies. If somebody likes horror movies, Evil Dead 2 is on the list as well. Absolutely. And then for TV shows, it's Letterkenny. Which you agree on Letterkenny.
Letterkenny's awesome.
So there you go. So, yeah. 8.5 out of 10, and she gives them the wrong number. Thank you guys so much for watching, though, and for your education on the Marvel Cinematic Universe. If you didn't know the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Education.
On why there are so many Spider-Man movies, but there's really only one.
There's not. There's 6. We counted 6, right? 6.
Forget all the other ones.
A lot of Spider-Man.
Forget all the other movies. They didn't happen because now Marvel owns it.
They did happen. I watched them.
Okay.
I watched like 2 of them in the theater even.
I watched the first and the second one in the theater. In fact, I
think those are the 2 I watched.
I watched Spider-Man in the theater, and I watched 9 the same day. I watched Spider-Man 2 and 9 the same day in the theater.
Well, 9 would make it better. I didn't get to watch 9 in the theater. That would have been awesome.
I did. It was great in the theater.
That
would fantastic.
Be awesome.
It was great. But you didn't see it. So.
Not in the theater.
Forget you.
9's an awesome movie.
9's a very good movie. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And again, watch Ant-Man and Ant-Man and the Wasp. They're both really, truly fantastic movies. Next up, I have to watch all the Avengers with her. All right. I'll talk to you guys again soon.